Hi guys, it's Mrs. Cottless, and today I wanted to go over the story sequence chart with you. So this week's story is Ali and the Sultan's Saddle, which you can read, and you should do that now. So pause this if you haven't already read it, and read Ali and the Sultan's Saddle. And then we've got the story sequence chart. And the story sequence chart has questions down the side, but we don't answer those in complete sentences, we keyword outline them. So let's take a look at what I came up with, okay? So here is my story sequence chart. So we've got setting, characters, background. The questions are, what is the setting? Describe it. Who are the characters? Tell about them. So I've got Arabian Desert Kingdom. That tells me that this story takes place in an Arabian desert kingdom. Describe it. Burning sand, that's my fire picture. Large town and a palace. That is my palace from Disney movie fame. Then I've got, there's a vain sultan, Ali, who's a joker about the sultan, and the townspeople who think he's funny and told the sultan. Plot or problem. Our questions are, what is the problem? What do the characters think, say, do, and feel? And what happens before the climax? So the sultan heard about Ali. Ali went to the palace, bowed down to the floor. Ali flattered the sultan. He invented a poem. And he said, the sultan is like the sun in the desert. Climax and resolution. What leads to the conflict being resolved and what happens as a result? The sultan is flattered. I have sultan equal sign flattered. The sultan forgot his anger. Ali said, so see how I've got quotation marks that lets me know that he said this. Ali, go get a reward from storage, got a donkey saddle and took it to town, and said, the sultan gave me this fine robe. Okay? So that is my version of the story sequence chart, and yours can look just like it. The other thing that we went over today were who, which clauses, because some of the kids are having trouble with that. So a who, which clause interjects additional information into the sentence. So Mrs. Cottless insists that we label our papers is a fine sentence on its own, but I can insert, comma, who is really mean, comma, insists that we label our papers. It's additional information, and the sentence still makes sense without it, but it adds additional information. We've got this one from class, Avery, comma, who is dedicated to sarcastic excellence, comma, gave a funny example. Again, Avery gave a funny example makes sense all on its own, but we can set off that additional information with the commas as a who, which clause. Ethan, comma, who loves to roast people, comma, pointed out that I have no thumbs up on YouTube. Okay? Ethan pointed out that I have no thumbs up on YouTube. Makes sense all by itself, but I can add in the additional information to really point it out or to highlight it in the sentence, okay? So your who, which clauses should look like that. We did a lot of funny examples during class, not because I think funny examples are the only ones that matter, but because I'm hoping that your kids will memorize the concept if we do really funny ones. Okay, so that is our who, which clauses and our story sequence chart for the week. And the other thing that you should know is that we told the kids today that to get their reward party in September, they're going to need 900 points. Mrs. White took the time with a calculator to go over how many points they have and what they need to get. They can always go through and turn in old papers, make the edits that we give them, and turn in a clean copy, not marked up, just a clean copy, and get 10 points for that. They can always do a picture. They can always do these more advanced additions. And we've got a couple coming up, like, so most of our kids are almost at 300 or almost at 500. That's kind of the range, is between 300 and 500. But you're going to see that because our papers are getting longer and having more dress-ups, we've got one paper coming up that's going to be 65 points. I think we've got one coming up that's going to be 30 points, one coming up that's going to be 80 points. So there's a lot of points coming up in papers, but also always there's 20 points for their grammar homework, and they can do pictures and clean copies for extra credit too. So one more time, here is that story sequence chart. You can pause it right here if you need to and get that done. I'll be collecting their keyword outline as well. Okay, have a great week, guys. Bye.